My name is Mike Tiano. I'm a musician and songwriter who lives near Seattle, Washington. When I was growing up, I was interested in various artistic endeavors. I wanted to be a cartoonist. I made up songs. I wrote poetry and short stories. As a teenager, I learned to play a few chords on the guitar, and that led to my writing songs. Lots and lots of songs. At the start, most were pretty cringeworthy, but through the huge number of original compositions, the quality of my music greatly improved over time. After I accumulated a good number of songs that I was proud of, I decided at the very least I wanted them captured for posterity. I eventually decided these had to be professionally recorded tracks, and I need each to sound like a band. A friend named Mark Crowder had recently assembled a home studio, and as Mark was new to recording production, we made a deal. In recording my songs, he learned about the technical aspects of production at no charge to me, and I'd get the finished product. Eventually, the project went from being simply a permanent record of my music to something that I knew others would really enjoy. I was eager to include other musicians to bring their own talents to the table to enact my vision for each of the songs. My confidence was boosted when I commissioned both professional and talented musicians, and they were scrupulous in only playing on projects that they thought had merit. I produced a few songs with Mark's help, but as we both had day jobs, it took a long time to get anything completed. I decided to be serious about investing in this project in terms of time and expense, and to work with professional producers and engineers. That was a huge learning experience, as I found myself faced with professionals who had ideas contrary to mine. I realized that the only way I was going to keep my vision intact was to produce the album myself. While I knew what I wanted from a song from a musical standpoint, I needed to find an experienced studio engineer who I meshed well with. One who was eager to help me achieve my vision while offering his own expertise and ideas that would benefit the finished product overall. I turned to a local friend and talented keyboard player named Jonathan Sindelman to see if he had any thoughts. I told Jonathan I wanted to avoid working with engineers who wanted to be producers, where they had to work alone and where I couldn't be present during the mixing. Jonathan had referred me to Steve Smith. Steve was a local engineer he had worked with on an album by Randy George. Randy is an incredible musician who was also a mutual friend. I was overwhelmed by Steve's having worked with artists as diverse as Stevie Wonder, Supertramp, Donna Summer, and Garth Brooks. When I started to express my fears to Jonathan that someone with those credentials would be another control freak, Jonathan stopped me dead in my tracks. He said, Mike, stop projecting that, because Steve will be right there beside you for the entire time following your instructions. I was stunned because that was the first time a professional actually would want me there alongside him to collaborate with me. When I approached Steve, it was paramount that he enjoyed my music, and he felt the same as to agree to the project. It would have to be one that he believed in. Steve was the perfect collaborator for helping me bring my music to life, telling me what worked and what needed to be adjusted to avoid major issues. The final mixes for our album ultimately sounded great, and I'm really humbled that Steve's talents have made the project a success from an artistic perspective. On top of that, I believe that all the forces that have coalesced within this project will be of interest to and enjoyed by many people.